Hi, this is Abookolive, and today I am going to be doing the spring reading tag. The tag originally came from Amy Jane Smith, and I will link to her tag below, her tag video below, and I was tagged to do this by Olive at abookolive, which I will also link to below. Before I begin, I want to tag Bree Hill and Vanessa at Split Reads to do this video. So the questions for this tag are all about kind of centered around spring, which is great because today is one of the first days that Boston has felt like it's actually spring, which means that by the time I actually post this, we'll probably have had like a blizzard or some bullshit like that. So question number one, what books are you most excited to read over the next few months? So I have two. One is a book that I've already talked about as a book that I've been wanting to read, and this is The Gene by Siddhartha Mukherjee. And basically the reason I haven't read it yet is because it's really long, so I need to actually own it. I don't want to deal with it from the library because I know that everyone is putting holds on it, and I feel like I'm gonna need some time to read it. And I started reading it a little bit the other day in a bookstore, and I just want to read it, but I just like have a budget for things, so I haven't been able to buy it yet, but I'm really excited to actually read it because the writing that I did read was amazing. The other book that I'm super excited about that's coming out pretty soon is Thick as Thieves by Megan Whalen Turner. So this is the next book in her Queen's Thief series, which has been going on I think since I was like in elementary school, because I remember The Thief being on like our list of books we could read for like our Newbery Medal like book like club thing. The series is so good if you love kind of that political intrigue. I believe her books are considered YA, but they feel very different than a lot of the this kind of standard YA books that I've read. They have like a really, they're all very distinct from one another, so I never really know what to expect with the next book, so I am so excited for this. Number two, what books make you think of spring for whatever reason? For whatever reason, the first book that came to my mind is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. The reason it made me think of spring is that the main character, she really kind of finds her own sort of magic, and it's very rooted in like nature and having a connection to like plants and stuff, and I guess that's what I think of when I think of spring. So that's the first book that came to my mind. Number three, the days are getting longer. What's the longest book you've read? I'm not sure. Maybe The Divine Comedy. Number four, what books would you recommend to brighten someone's day? I mean, I guess it would depend on the person. For me, I read romances when I kind of need something to like brighten up my day. But I guess as kind of like my own personal example, I recommended Lab Girl by Hope Jahren, which is a book about her own experience as a scientist. I recommended it to my mom, my parents are both scientists, and I thought that she might enjoy reading it while I spent forever kind of looking around the bookstore. And she really liked it. I think it really like hit a place of like her own personal experience with science. She was like really into the writing, so that seemed to make her day brighter, and so that made my day brighter, at least seeing her enjoy that book. So number five, spring brings new life in nature. Think of a book that doesn't exist but you wish it did. So for this, I'm actually pretty sure I've seen this book exist, but it didn't sound appealing, the version that I saw. What I really want is a really good, modern, gender-swapped version of Pride and Prejudice. I love Pride and Prejudice adaptations. I love gender swapping. I want both of these things brought together, and the version that I saw that might exist on Amazon, I feel like the reviews weren't very good, so yeah. If you know of one, let me know. Like, I love the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, but what I think I would love even more is seeing a gender-swapped version of something like the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. So number six, spring is also a time for growth. How has your reading changed over the years? So I think the biggest thing is that I have gotten slower about reading. Growing up, I was definitely someone who sped read a lot, and while that was great for getting a lot of reading in, I definitely missed out on a lot of details. So I think kind of shifting to be a slower reader has helped me kind of appreciate a lot more writing styles, a lot of more specific details that goes into a story, and I am glad that I've done that. But I think the flip side is that I've become also a lot more particular about writing, and particularly about the things that I like or don't like. So specific types of like writing styles or characterization are more likely to grate on me now than they did before, because it's not as easy for me to move past them. Number seven, we're a couple months into the new year. How is your reading going? I mean, I think it's going okay. I've like kind of branched out a little bit into more literary fiction, which is newer for me, and I've been reading, but I'm definitely right now in a place of flux, kind of with my life, and a place of high stress right now, with like a lot of things that I'm trying to get done. So right now I'm definitely in this phase of like reading a little bit more regularly, but I go through those phases occasionally, and I'm sure I'll be back in the game in a few weeks, hopefully. Number 8, any plans you're looking forward to over the next few months? By the time I post this video, because I'm pre-filming this, I might actually know what my plans are, but right now I don't. I'm waiting to hear back from some things that will really dictate kind of what the next few months of my life are like. Overall, I think the only thing I really know is that I want to get this paper that I'm working on out within the next few months, and hopefully that will be done. I will kind of reunite with some of my friends from college in May though, so I'm super excited for that, because every time we get together we kind of just like loaf around like we did in college, so it's better to do that with friends than, you know, every weekend by yourself with your cat. I like this tag. This is kind of fun to do. It's like sort of like lighthearted and fun, like the way that spring kind of is. So yeah, thank you for watching, and bye.